What's up, Knockout Nest family? Alright, brace yourselves, because I'm about to drop a bombshell. Jake Paul might be the most divisive figure in boxing today. Now, whether you love him or hate him, you can't deny that the guy knows how to get people talking and fill up arenas. Now he's gearing up to take on Mike Perry on July 20th, 2024. And trust me, this is a fight you won't want to miss. But let's take a step back. This isn't just any fight. It's a clash of worlds, styles, and personalities that could shake up the modern boxing scene. So, sit back and relax, and let's dig into why this match is a big deal. And hey, don't forget to like and subscribe to the Knockout Nest for more awesome fight previews. Alright, let's get into it. Jake Paul, the YouTube star turned pro boxer, is a name that's known far and wide. His journey from online pranks to serious boxing has had his fair share of tears and jeers. With a 9-1 record and wins over some notable names, Paul's shown he's not just a flash in the pan. He's serious about boxing and ready to face anyone who steps up. On the flip side, we have Mike Perry, a fighter with a reputation that speaks for itself. Known for his knockout power and aggressive style, Perry has made waves in both MMA and bare-knuckle boxing. His move to traditional boxing adds a raw, unpredictable element to this fight. Contrasting with Paul's more strategic approach, Perry's 5-0 record in bare-knuckle boxing shows he's tough as nails and ready to brawl. One of the coolest parts of this fight is the mix of different combat sports. Perry's background in MMA and bare-knuckle boxing gives him a unique edge. He's got diverse skills and toughness that few can match. His striking power and love for a good brawl make him a scary opponent for anyone, and that's including Jake Paul. For Paul, this fight is a chance to prove himself against a different kind of fighter. He's mostly fought other social media stars and former athletes, but Perry's a whole new challenge. This mix of styles, Paul's calculated boxing versus Perry's wild aggression, is what makes this match so intriguing. Now, let's talk about the elephant in the room. The criticism Jake Paul faces for not fighting traditional boxers. Many peers argue that Paul's choice of opponents, primarily social media personalities and retired athletes from other sports, doesn't validate his status as a serious contender. Critics say he's dodging real boxers to maintain his winning record and hype. Paul, however, sees it differently. He's been vocal about his intent to fight anyone who poses a challenge, and believes his diverse opponents have helped him grow as a boxer. Facing Mike Perry, who has a solid background in MMA and bare-knuckle boxing, is Paul's way of showing he's not afraid of tough competition. This fight against Perry, with his raw power and aggression, is another step in Paul's journey to prove his critics wrong and solidify his place in the boxing world. Adding another layer of excitement is that this fight is a warm-up for Jake Paul before his rescheduled bout with Mike Tyson in November. Originally set for July 20th, Paul had to switch things up when Tyson had a health issue. Instead of waiting around, Paul chose to fight Perry, showing he's eager to stay active and keep improving. This move says a lot about Paul's mindset. He's not one to sit on the sidelines. He wants to stay sharp and face tough competition. Fighting Perry is a smart way to gain experience and keep fans pumped for his big showdown with Tyson. Mike Perry's knockout power is no joke. His ability to end a fight with one punch makes him a dangerous opponent. Jake Paul will need to be on his A-game to avoid getting caught by Perry's power. This adds a huge element of risk and excitement. One punch could change everything. Paul's past fights have shown he's got the skills and stamina to go the distance. But Perry's relentless aggression will be a new test. Can Paul handle the pressure and outbox a fighter known for his ferocity? That's the million-dollar question that makes this matchup so thrilling. The fight's theme, Fear No Man, is perfect for these two. Both Paul and Perry are known for taking on all challengers, no matter the risk. This attitude is something fans love. Fighters who aren't afraid to step into the ring with anyone. For Jake Paul, this fight is another step in proving he's a legit boxer. For Mike Perry, it's a chance to show off his skills on a bigger stage and maybe derail Paul's journey. The Fear No Man theme captures the spirit of both fighters and sets the stage for an epic showdown. The fight will be held at the Amalie Arena in Tampa, Florida. This place promises an electric atmosphere, with a live audience adding to the excitement. Perry has strong ties to the area, so you can bet the local fans will be out in full force. This venue is perfect for a fight of this magnitude, offering a grand stage for what could be one of the most talked about bouts of the year. The energy in the arena will be off the charts, adding to the intensity of the event. The fight will stream live on DAZN, making it accessible to a global audience. This partnership highlights the growing role of streaming services in sports broadcasting. Fans can watch the fight on various devices, ensuring they don't miss a moment of the action. The Zone's involvement underscores the high-profile nature of this event, bringing together two fighters who know how to draw a crowd and entertain. Alright, let's get into the nitty-gritty of why this fight is so exciting. We're talking styles, strengths, and how these guys are going to approach each other in the ring. So, Jake Paul's boxing game is pretty solid, especially for someone who started out as a YouTuber. Here's what makes him tick. Jake has this killer right hand. When it lands, it's lights out for his opponent. He's pretty nimble on his feet, always moving around to control the pace and keep his distance. Jake loves to wait for his opponents to make a mistake, and then, bam! He hits them with quick, accurate counters. Now, let's talk about Mike Perry. This guy is the definition of raw power and aggression. Here's what he brings to the table. Mike is always moving forward, looking to engage and overwhelm his opponents. He's like a bulldozer in the ring. He can end a fight with just one punch. Seriously. His power is no joke. Mike's background in MMA and bare-knuckle boxing means he can take a hit and keep coming. Man, this guy's tough as nails. So, how do these styles clash? Here's what we're looking at. Jake's going to try and keep the fight at a distance, using his footwork and jab to stay out of Mike's reach. Mike, on the other hand, will try to close the gap and turn it into a brawl. Mike's aggressive style might leave him open to Jake's counterpunches. Jake needs to be sharp and capitalize on these openings without getting sucked into a brawl. If this fight goes into later rounds, we'll truly see who's better conditioned. Jake's shown he can last several rounds, but Mike's relentless style would test his stamina for sure. So, there you have it, a breakdown of what to watch for when these two step into the ring. It's going to be a fascinating clash of styles, and I can't wait to see how it all plays out. To really get hyped for this fight, it helps to understand the journeys of Jake Paul and Mike Perry. Jake Paul's rise from a YouTube sensation to a professional boxer is pretty amazing. Initially seen as a gimmick, Paul has put in the work, training with top coaches and sparring with seasoned pros. His wins over former UFC fighter Ben Askren and ex-NBA player Nate Robinson showed his power and skill, while his recent fights against more established boxers have shown his growth as a legit contender. Paul's training is intense and disciplined. He's worked with renowned trainers like BJ Flores and Shane Mosley to hone his technique and improve his conditioning. His commitment to boxing is clear. He's determined to defy expectations and prove himself in the ring. Mike Perry's path to boxing is all about grit and perseverance. Known for his explosive power and aggressive style, Perry made his mark in the UFC before transitioning to bare-knuckle boxing. His adaptability and toughness are pretty impressive. Perry's training is as raw as intense as his fighting style. He focuses on strength conditioning and perfecting his striking power. His journey is marked by a relentless pursuit of victory and overcoming adversity. His fans love his fearless attitude and unyielding spirit. This fight is more than just a match. It's a pivotal moment for both Jake Paul and Mike Perry. For Jake Paul, a victory over Mike Perry would be a massive step forward in his quest to be taken seriously in the boxing world. Beating a tough, aggressive opponent like Perry would silence some of his critics and show that he's willing to take on genuine threats. It would also set the stage perfectly for his highly anticipated fight with Mike Tyson in November, keeping the momentum and fan excitement high. For Mike Perry, this fight is a golden opportunity to make a significant impact in boxing. A win over Jake Paul would catapult him into the spotlight and prove he can compete with top-level boxers. It would elevate his status and potentially open doors for bigger fights and more lucrative opportunities in the boxing arena. Perry's aggressive style and knockout power make him a dangerous opponent, and a victory would showcase his ability to adapt and succeed across different combat sports. As we wrap up this deep dive into the highly anticipated showdown between Jake Paul and Mike Perry, it's clear this fight is set to be a defining moment in modern boxing. Jake Paul, the controversial YouTube star turned boxer, has a knack for stirring up excitement and drawing crowds. On the other hand, Mike Perry, known for his brutal knockout power and aggressive style, brings a different kind of intensity to the ring. But enough from me, fight fans. I want to hear from you. Who do you think has the upper hand in this fight? Jake Paul or Mike Perry? Drop your thoughts in the comments below, and let's get the conversation rolling. Your insights could even be featured in our next video. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell for more previews of hard-hitting fights right here on the Knockout Nest. We'll see you again when the dust settles on the canvas.